But just know, Zebo is where it's at.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Last Minute Podcast. On the left, I got Big Tina. On the right, I got Zebo.
What's going on?
And we back. And today we got a very special guest.
I'm Autumn Rainwater. Nice to meet you all.
Yes, sir. Episode 95 of the most consistent podcast in the Carolinas.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. How was everybody's day?
Good.
I slept up into the pod, so
You slept up into the pod.
pretty much.
That's right.
Hey,
See, thank you.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
You was up late? I'm assuming.
Yes, but I didn't play Sims.
Oh. Well, you know what?
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's solid. That's
Because
solid.
I've been staying up to like 7 and 8 playing Sims.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm just gonna.
I feel you.
But nah, everything good. It's a new week, new day. No
Oh, that was
rain.
Sunday. I was like,
No
yo, glad
rain,
it's Sunday.
thank
Thank
God.
God, no rain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Driving
because that
here in the rain
was
would have been
Friday,
crazy.
yeah. Because yesterday was OD. Like it rained
Yeah.
all day.
That shit killed my vibe.
That's
That
what I'm
shit, bro.
saying.
Rain just make you want to sit in the house.
And I was
Yeah.
working.
Like,
That's
I was
exactly what I
working.
did too.
Yeah, I was working all day, and I was like, "Yo, I would love to just be at the crib, bro. Like,
Yeah, man.
I'm out here for real." But thank God for no rain. Thank God for no rain.
yeah.
Let's go ahead and listen to. I'm sorry. What have everybody been listening to this past week? And Tanner, we'll start with you.
You always start with Tanner.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's switch it up.
I was
Tina,
getting
you go
predictable.
first.
Okay,
I mean, I'm
okay,
definitely not
Tina.
ready, but,
Let's start with you then.
It's talking junk. So I tried to listen to
I wasn't ready either. That's why I pushed
I
that
ain't
up.
Black's album. I forgot the name of it. Since I've Had a Lover.
Yep.
Yeah, I still got to listen.
I like it. You don't like it?
I like a few songs. I will say that. I went back into Don Toliver's new album,
Okay.
Lovesick.
Okay.
That's actually pretty good. That's actually really good.
Now you wasn't rocking with it at first, were you?
It's not that I wasn't rocking with it. It just didn't have like good play value. Like I wasn't going back to it, but like it's been coming up in like shuffle and like after I've listened to an album, and it's pretty good. Like the song with him and Travis Scott is actually really nice.
Yes, it is.
It sounds like both of them like the same person on there, but it's really nice.
Okay.
I listened to just a single Cameras Good Ones Go interlude. Like I listened to that like 20 times last week.
Oh,
I mean, that is a classic. So
It
I'm
just
not
did
mad.
something to
I'm
you.
not mad at it.
It did.
Okay.
Then I listened to Kendrick Lamar. What's my boy's name? What's the album? Latest album. I can't think today.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers?
Yeah.
Listen to that one. Then I listened to.
Great album.
I butcher his name every time. Bernard.
Bernard Durand.
Yes.
Is that how you said it? Okay, I had to double check myself.
But I listened to his album Waterless. That's always a really good album. And I listen to my gospel music, and then I listen to
Come on,
Nudie.
gospel music.
Yeah, can't go wrong with some
Right.
gospel
Yeah.
music.
Yeah. We gotta.
I listened to Drake's song Search and Rescue.
You not feeling it?
So what we thinking? What we
Oh yeah,
thinking?
he did drop a song.
He did.
It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Daniel Caesar dropped an album
And I
called
did not know that.
Never Enough Fire.
Oh.
The last 2 albums he dropped his fire, but remember we canceled him. So
I was gonna say he's still canceled too. Man.
I don't even know if I can say that.
He one of the people who I've seen like the cancel culture really. They
Nah,
got
for
on
real.
his
Yeah.
They
ass.
threw him
But he
on the ground.
apologized,
He
but
did.
I don't think anybody seen
Sometimes that ain't enough.
It ain't.
Listen to Joey Badass's new song "Fallen," and then
That was good. That was good.
I ran Larry June. I've been playing that all day. His latest album with Alchemist. That's been
yes.
good.
Yes.
Can't go wrong
And
with
then
that.
I ran all of your discography.
Okay,
Right.
yeah,
All right.
tight.
Yes. Yes. We'll take that.
We do that often.
It's a
Nah,
hell of a
facts.
lineup right there.
Yes. Okay. I'll go second then.
Go ahead. Him.
Okay, I'll go second.
What you been listening to?
So I listened to Currency's new EP with Jermaine
Hard.
Dupri, which is yeah, that's
How was
crazy.
that?
Hard.
It's good.
That was
Okay.
hard.
I
produced
went in with
well.
like, I don't know how this gonna go.
Yeah.
You know, but it was good.
What the
It's
beat sound
hard.
like?
Hard. Everything hard.
Jermaine Dupri beats, like it's hard for real. It's like 8 tracks.
JD
9.
on there rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
It's
got
crazy.
2 Chainz on
Oh, I
there,
gotta
T.I.
listen.
on there.
Yeah,
I
it's
got
crazy.
that. I got
Yeah,
that.
It's a
crazy.
solid listen. It's a solid listen. Because
It's
I went
crazy.
in with my
Wow.
expectations kind of low, but
What is this called?
it's
For
called-
motivational
yeah,
use.
yeah, from
It's
volume
just
1.
a random duo for
Yes.
me. It's just very random.
7
But-
songs they got in there, got out.
Because I saw Jermaine, I was like,
Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri 5.
I mean, yeah, so it's like,
I just,
what year is this?
See, I would have thought he was rapping over like "We Belong Together" beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
was crazy.
Don't know what the beat said.
But
I gotta listen to it.
It's
yeah,
hard.
it's crazy. But some of them tracks, I think Vince Staples would have sounded real nice on.
He would have.
Like, it just sounded real like
He would have.
Vince.
Okay.
Like the Vince he's in now, or like old
Yeah.
Vince?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit
Okay.
of both. A little bit of both.
There's
Yeah.
definitely a beat on there
I
where
don't-
old Vince would have went crazy.
I don't
Yeah.
know where to like put
Like
this.
sometime
I'm intrigued.
06 Vince.
It's interesting. I'll just say that.
We'll take
A good
your word.
interesting.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. Listen to Drake's new track, Search and Rescue. It's cool. It just don't do nothing for me.
I
Y'all
understand the
toxic,
Kim
huh?
K.
It's just the
Yeah, so that's the only reason why I know he has a song coming out because it was Kim K was sampled in it or something.
yeah. She was sampled
Drake-
from like an
Drake
interview
a
about
demon.
when her and Kanye was like divorcing, and there's like a sample of that in there.
Like,
I don't know. It was just like
Drake is a
Cool.
demon. Drake is a demon, man.
yeah.
Yikes.
It was just cool. That's
I
what's
agree.
up. Larry June's latest album with Alchemist, very good, very good. Tyler Creator dropped Wolf for his 10th anniversary, the instrumentals, and those are
I love that, man.
yes.
Because I've been wanting to hear Beamer like
Yes,
Oh
that's
my
what I'm
God.
saying. Like an
a
official instrumental.
Yeah.
And speaking of Beamer, I saw he put on Twitter. Instagram. He said he was very mad that he didn't make that like a song, like a whole just song itself.
He
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
I mean, he still can.
He should be upset.
Right, that's one. Yeah, he
You
should.
could go back. You could go back to that, Tyler.
And the video, we need the rest of the video. We need the rest of the
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
We need So I
That
was
went hard.
yes.
Yeah.
Been listening to some Bodie James.
Hard.
Yes, can never go wrong with that. Been listening to Autumn Rainwater.
Okay.
You know, to prepare myself and just a regular listen.
Period.
You know, and I want to say that's about it. Been listening to some K Supreme. Listen to Yachty's new track, Holster.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's one.
It's out. It's out.
Bruh,
Yeah.
it's
To me,
the
personally,
video is hard.
The video is hard. He did it with
Video's
Cole
hard.
Bennett. It's one of the things where it's like the snippet was just great, and the song is just good.
Oh, it's like Kodak when he did.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because
Like-
that snippet was crazy.
Yeah, the snippet is just like perfect, and the song's like cool. That's what's up. Watch it with the video; it makes it better. I want to
that
say that's
sucks.
all. Yeah, I want to say that's all. I listen to Quavo's new track.
Quavo had a track?
Honey
Yes,
bun.
Honey Bun.
Honey bun.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
Honey bun.
Can
Can you do something for me?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
exactly what he said.
And
Word for
at
word.
that moment, I said, Quavo.
That was a direct quote.
Yes, direct. I said,
Oh.
Quavo, no. Nah. And that's all I've been listening
Shout
to.
out Quavo.
Yeah, shout out Quavo. That's all I've been listening to.
He had to get that out.
Autumn, let's go with you.
Okay, I was just literally going back through and looking at it. I just recently listened to the new K Tremine. I don't know.
Oh,
It dropped.
Yeah, it's one song though.
Oh,
It's
I was
not.
say the whole joint.
It's not the whole joint, but
Is it good?
yeah, I like it. I like it. It's very K Tronada and Amine.
Yeah, okay.
Pharrell is on there too.
Ooh.
I think just doing some vocal work. I have been, so me and my friends got up one day. I have to give a backstory. Me and my friends got up one day. I think it was after my writing event. We went to one of our friends' house, and everybody just started playing samples from like songs we've heard before. And I made that a playlist. The playlist is called A Get Together at Shirley's, and it's like, but it's samples. It's like 70s music sample from like, and it's like a Jadakiss sample in there. It's a Kanye sample in there.
Oh,
and we were just playing them, just sessioning, and and it just ended up being fire. So I had to
So
make a
that would be a
playlist.
good day.
Nah, for real.
Yeah. I'll show y'all later if y'all want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I gave the new Chloe a listen because. So at first I was skeptical because all of the. I'm gonna just be very, very straight up. I think Chloe Bailey is talented, but I am very mad at her single choices. I feel like the things that are on her album, they could have very much stood out more. Because she has some stuff on there that's really good. Like sonically, it's good. It packs a punch. But the singles, you just wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's good. I don't know if it has the replay value that I need in order to. But it's definitely, it's good. It's a good body
It's
of work.
worth a listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least to give it a chance. Yeah.
About to run it this week.
I've been listening to Larry June, and I think the song with Ty Dolla $ign and Art Talk are my two faves.
Oh, yeah.
Summer Rain
Yeah, I
is
thought it's crazy.
crazy.
Yeah,
it is.
I love Ty Dolla $ign is like.
I love Ty Dolla $ign, but I feel like the rap game uses him as parsley. Like they kind of just sprinkle
They
him
treat him
everywhere.
like Nate Dogg.
Yes.
I mean they do.
Okay.
They do.
That's a
They
good
do.
take.
Yeah, that's a good
great
take.
take.
That's
actually.
a
Like
good
that.
take.
But I
That's a
mean
good
he's
take.
important. I think
Yeah.
he's vital. Anytime I hear him on something, like one of my favorite things he's ever done is Jaded with Drake. Like just him
Oh,
just
yeah.
being back here was just beautiful. It carried the song. But yeah, Dogtooth I listen to a lot. I've been revisiting Yeba. I go through this thing with Yeba. Me and her, we danced for a couple weeks, and then I'm like, okay, I'll see you in 2 months. And
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Get
but
it.
let's see. Still scrolling. Oh, I've never seen Swarm, right? But
I haven't either.
yeah, I
People
just
keep
can't
talking
bring
about it,
myself to watch it. I don't know, but it's it's a song on there that caught me with like by TikTok, and so now I'm stuck. I don't, it's called Agatha. Have you heard that?
Who's it by?
It's Naja or Kirby, whoever the so okay. So the character in Swarm that's supposed to be like Beyonce, I guess her name
Yeah.
is Naja. Oh
What is this show about? I've
No,
heard people killing
okay.
people.
Yeah, I'm not tapped in.
and-
oh no
No.
Okay, so I haven't watched it, but so I'm a pop culture head ass, so like I'm gonna read about things, but I won't watch them. I'm weird like that. So Swarm is basically loosely based on like Beyonce stans. They're gonna say it's not, but it is, and
That's
and
crazy.
so basically, I think like this girl like is an extreme Beyonce fan, like and like just by any means necessary is just
Wow.
murder people in
Oh.
doing that. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so this is if I'm ruining it for somebody, sorry, but
I bet
but
you
yeah.
will watch it now.
yeah. So it's like a series. It's Childish Gambino. He
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
or Donald Glover.
Right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I haven't watched it just because I don't want to see blood, but it's you know. But
got
it's a
beef with
song
Beyonce?
on there by the artist named Naja, who is also like the music is being done by somebody named Kirby, but
Oh.
they're calling her Naja for the sake of the movie
Yeah. yeah.
or the series.
Okay.
But it's a song called Agatha, and it's kind of like fire. But
Word.
it's weird. The hook is weird, and I can't explain it to you. You just have to listen to it.
I shall.
Yeah, we'll tap in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn,
yeah.
I kind of want
Sorry.
to watch that
Cause
show now.
I keep seeing it on Twitter, but I just haven't
What's
watched
it on?
the show.
I think
Yeah,
it's on Netflix.
Ain't it Hulu?
it's
Is it who?
no. It's
HBO.
Amazon Prime. Yeah,
Oh.
Amazon Prime. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Might have to
Yeah.
tap in.
I
It
haven't
sound
seen-
Y'all got
wild.
Amazon Prime?
Yeah, Billie Eilish is in it. And
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish is in it. Chloe Bailey is in it. Yeah, I think Lori Harvey's boyfriend is in it.
Oh.
Oh,
What a
that's
cast.
What he's being called now.
Yeah, yeah. That's where his money is right now. So I'm gonna refer to him as
I like that.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
I like that.
Right. But yeah. What else? D'Angelo's old album, this first one. I've been going through Kanye West recently, just for the sake of going through it.
Which Kanye?
So I've been listening to 30 Hours a lot.
Ooh,
That's one of my
amazing
favorite songs
song.
ever.
Yeah, that's
But I want to re-listen to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy because
Amazing
Late
album.
Registration is my favorite album. But everybody talks so highly of My Beautiful
They
Dark,
do.
and so I just want to go through it as an adult.
It's
a
very
great,
angry.
great album.
I'm
It is
sure it's
angry.
angry.
It is angry.
Because I didn't listen to it until an adult, and that's all I got. Like, it's just very angry.
Yeah.
Raekwon got one of my favorite verses of all
No, I was
time
listening
on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That Raekwon verse is crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't played that album in a long time.
Yeah, I've been trying
love that
to.
album.
My goal is to like revisit albums that I used to frequent in my yesteryear. So now that I've like grown a little more, maybe I have different ears. Like I did that with Blonde last year because I was a Channel Orange head ass. So
Yeah.
Blonde came and it went right over my head. So listening to it as an adult, I appreciate
nice.
it more. Yeah.
Good picks. Yeah, good week.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
week.
solid
Good
week.
week.
Yeah,
Good
solid
music.
week. Solid week.
Yeah. Thanks.
Last but not least,
I think me and Henry listen to a lot of the same music, but we'll just go ahead and go through it. So I listened to Currency and Jermaine Dupri. Hard, super hard. I did run Shred for Life just because I was curious.
play.
I want to see if they was gonna have another hit.
Oh, Ray Shrimmer.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh,
think
they dropped
had another-
something?
Yeah,
Yeah, they got like a whole new album.
I was trying. I think
Features
they got
on
it.
it.
I think they got another hit because they got a Thug verse.
Yeah,
They
they
got
said
a,
it's
they got
hard
a Thug
too.
verse,
They said
and
it's
it's a hard
too.
Thug verse.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they got another hit.
I still got it.
So shout out to Ray Shrimmer.
Yeah.
For some reason, I randomly downloaded Silk Sonic's album again last week and ran that, and that album is hard.
I never gave that a chance.
Bruno
Me
Mars,
either.
Bruno
Me,
Mars,
I
and
don't-
Anderson .Paak are insane together.
I just don't be in that mode.
I don't know
Yeah.
what made me
You know what I'm
download that,
saying?
but I was like, this is hard.
That is interesting.
I did run Black since I have a lover again. I'm still
okay.
enjoying the album.
Yeah, okay,
I'm enjoying the
okay.
album a lot.
I haven't listened to that.
Still running Larry June, The Great Escape, Surfer Drown with Hit Boy.
I listened to some of that. That's actually, it's not bad.
This is the funniest one. I'm still listening to T-Pain's cover album that he dropped.
I
Still
totally
His,
forgot that.
his A Change Is Gonna Come is crazy.
I believe
Oh, because
that.
he can sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
Take
he's
that
singing his
auto-tune off.
ass off. That shit is
I
crazy.
forgot that came out.
Wasn't built in a day. Wrong streets. I did run Low Key High Key by Autumn Rainwater.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that album.
Damn, I didn't say that.
Yeah, like if you go back and look at the like earlier episodes, like we were like, yeah, we listened to all the Rainwater. They be like, that's a good listen.
Yeah, we was heavy on
Yeah.
that.
That's tight.
Facts.
I ran Love Is War by Ruben again.
That is
Okay.
a good.
Hard album.
That sample with Janet Jackson.
Crazy.
Love that one.
What else did I listen to? I ran Erykah Badu, Mama's Gun.
Okay.
That's a great album.
That's
Great
a good
album.
one.
I was trying to get my R&B bag before we did this interview, but
Oh, you feel impressive.
yeah,
That's a cool bag to
I
be in.
think that's really it as far as like new music goes.
Okay, so solid work from everybody. Solid work from everyone. I still gotta listen to that Ray Shrimp because I've been hearing a lot of good things on Twitter about that album.
Yeah, it's just they got a hit. Royal Flush is a hit. We Young Thug. It's
I
a
heard it
hit.
here first.
Glad you named it.
I heard it
Yeah.
here first. Let's dive into rap news and what we got going on. So, former Gucci Mane artist Frenchie is going to prison for 12 years after supposedly being involved in a burglary where they thought it was a stash house. Instead, it was a family with an autistic son who was pistol whipped. Good
Jesus.
God.
What in the
His
hell?
whole label is just cursed.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I feel man.
And they're all good artists.
He found a lot of talented people and put them in a position, and then it just started
It
going
just
downhill.
goes left. Oh, that's tough. Dog. We have one of the 4 men charged in the killing of rapper Pop Smoke pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter. The 20-year-old man who was 17 also pleaded guilty to a home invasion robbery. He was sentenced to 4 years and 2 months in a juvenile facility.
That's crazy. Kill somebody and got 4 years.
Right.
I know. Yeah, a lot of people saying 4 years is wild. That's wild. That is wild.
R.P. Pop Smoke.
I know. That sucked. That sucked.
Bro, that hurt, bro.
Yeah, that sucked.
I was a
Cause he was about to run.
Yeah.
He was about to run.
bro. He was a vibe New York needed.
Yeah,
Like they needed Pop Smoke.
facts. We have Agent Doll. She always got something to say. It's always something like, what now? She goes on Twitter and says, wish rappers would stop going to Vlad TV talking about hood politics. Shit don't end well, all because a white man asking you about shit he never lived or fully don't understand. It's pure cop work.
Now, she didn't say anything bad this time. That was actually fair.
That's
I mean,
a
that's
factual.
fair.
That's a factual statement.
I have a weird take. May I?
Yeah, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Asian Doll and Azalea Banks are basically the
The same
similar
person.
as far as like
Chaoticness.
yeah.
The chaos.
That
I
is
can
a
see
great
it.
take.
That's
Just like in different worlds, I guess. But
Isaiah Banks is kind of.
Man, she just be
She take it
out.
there. She take it there.
it's
Boy,
just
she'll
crazy
jump out
because
the
she'll do
window
something.
quick.
She'll do one thing and it'll be like, yeah, Azalea, okay. But then everything else is just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She not
Did you do
stupid.
that?
That's what make me mad because she know what she doing.
She
Yeah.
quick to jump out the window though. She ready. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
talking about
facts,
just
facts,
ready to
facts.
go
Yeah.
crazy.
It's just always one step forward, and then we just got to go 10 back.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like, what? So many steps. Good take, though.
Yeah.
That's a fair take.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great
Thank
analogy.
That's a fair take. So now on Instagram, you can buy a blue verification badge
It's so
for,
funny.
I want to say it's $15 a month.
Oh, that's
And,
crazy.
Yeah. So Akon had something to say about it on Twitter. He says, back in the day, Twitter was begging musicians to stay on because they didn't have traffic. They came up with a verification process to protect accounts from fake ones. Now Elon Musk is taking that away and forcing us to pay. FYI, I ain't paying shit for something that we build.
Oh, the celebrities got to pay too now.
Oh, they charge
Do they?
celebrities $15 a month? Like if you already had the blue check?
If you already
That's
had it, you should
crazy.
charge them.
That would be really crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, I need some
I'm not
verification
I'm not
on that.
subscribing to Twitter.
No.
Bruh, I'm like,
And
I'm
then
not, or Instagram.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not,
like, 'cause
I'm not
like-
paying for no blue check.
I know
Right.
on Instagram, and it's crazy because I know if you pay for it, like you have to like put in your license, you have to put like all this stuff.
Oh, because
And-
you have to. It's you.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta verify
it
your
has like their,
identity.
it has your real name. I mean, you know, some care, some don't, but it has your real name, yada yada. But if you click on their name, you can see like who bought it and who didn't. So kind of like how Twitter is, like you can see who subscribed to like Twitter Blue and who didn't.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My take on the whole verification thing is just like, I mean, if you utilize it in the correct way, I'm sure it can help you.
Yeah.
You know, of course. But I don't know, $15 to. It just depends how you use it.
Right.
If you're buying it just so you got a blue, if you're buying it just to have it,
Have a blue check.
it's a waste of money.
Yeah.
Now, if you do a lot of business on Instagram and you're trying to pop up in people's primary,
Right. Yeah.
and like their
And see, I
primary
wonder-
DMs and all that stuff, it kind of makes sense, I guess. But
See, I want to do you pop up in our primary now because of that?
I would assume.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the pluses that you get?
I would assume that's how that works.
I don't know, but it makes sense for like artists. I'll say like underground artists who has like a big following who's not verified or so to get it. Okay, sure, but just like a regular degular.
Like, do you gain anything else from it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Get that blue check.
I think it's just like, oh, he
People
got a
don't
blue
think you
check,
popping.
so he got
So validation.
Pretty
pretty much.
Paying for
Pretty much.
validation.
Pretty much. That's the best way to put it.
Next.
That's pretty much it. And that's actually off of rap news. Also, I don't think the last episode, were you already at Dreamville?
No,
No.
we shot it the day before she left for Dream.
No,
That's
we
what it
shot
was.
it that Tuesday.
We shot it that Thursday
Thursday? Yeah, and then I went.
Yeah.
to Dreamville. So, and you were at Dreamville as well. How was the Dreamville experience from both y'all's hands?
Well, I know you wasn't in the crowd like that.
I was in the crowd.
You was in the crowd?
I was in the crowd. Yeah. I was in the crowd, kind of.
So I've been reading like Dreamville's like post on Facebook. People were pissed about the unnecessary Drake fans. And as a Drake fan, I can low-key agree. Because Dreamville from like the
Unnecessary
first,
Drake fans.
well, not unnecessary. Let me. Well, they said unnecessary, but I won't say unnecessary.
Okay,
Right, strong word.
But the Drake fans compared to like J. Cole fans or like just Dreamville fans is completely different. Because the first year we went, everybody's nice. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, like watch where you're stepping. There's a pothole. Or
That was 2019.
yeah, so it's just like this year they was like, bitch, move out the way.
Oh, so they saying
Or-
Drake brought the
Yeah, it's like,
toxicness to
hot key,
Dreamville.
like people was out there booty cheeks out, which is cool, which is fine. But like people like you, it was a drastic difference. Like you could tell like these were festival goers compared to people that's like, oh, I just paid to just go see Dreamville and sit out here on the lawn. Like people were a little bit ruder. People were like in your bubble. The first day it wasn't as packed. It was probably the 50,000 plus people. The second day was 100,000+ people.
Shout out to Dreamville, man.
That was crazy.
That's crazy.
But I will say, like, just the performers, like, it was cool to see Drake. Like,
Yeah.
that was crazy. Never would have thought little 10-year-old Martina would see Drake
Yeah.
for $200 and something. Crazy. J. Cole, I've seen him like 30,000 times, low key. Ari Lytics, amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What can you say? Who else? Waka Flocka.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I watched his live stream and
Crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
his live,
Crazy.
yeah, I watched it on live.
His
stream.
hype
It was
man crazy.
Oh yeah, hype man crazy. The only thing I didn't like about Flocka was he would let the full song play every song.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
as he should.
every
We had to
song.
feel that. And he
Like,
brought up Travis Porter.
Every song. Yeah, he did bring
brought
up
up
Travis Porter.
Yeah, that's
Porter.
It's
crazy.
just you don't really see an artist play the entire song
glad
from
he
top
did.
to bottom.
I sung
So-
every verse.
Oh yeah, he was lit.
Summer Walker, I was very glad that she like performed because she has a thing where like either she'll get stage fright or she just her anxiety kind of flares up and she's kind of just like, I ain't doing this shit, or they mess up her music and she be like, yeah, I'm not doing this shit, and they messed up her music and I was like, oh my gosh, she gonna get off stage. I was scared, and then she kept like working through it. She kept talking to us. Loved her set. A lot of people did not like hers. They said her vibe was off, but I'm like, you performing at 100,000 people, I'd be nervous too. She's an amazing singer live. Enjoyed her. Who else performed? Who else was there?
Usher.
Wayne, Uzi,
Usher crazy.
Yeah, Usher wild.
Yeah, Usher's a great
is
performer.
crazy.
That was my first
I
concert.
made sure to
That
tap
is
in.
crazy.
I made sure to tap into
That was
his
my
live
first
stream because I knew it was gonna be crazy.
That man has 30 years worth of like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hits.
Yeah.
It's hits on
So
hits.
it's just like, I'm just sitting out there like, I remember when he dropped this. I remember when I was like 5 listening to this in the car, sitting out the window in my own music video. Like it was just amazing. Who else was there?
Glorilla didn't
I'm
show
over here
up.
thinking. Oh yeah. Wait.
Glow really didn't show up. She was supposed
So-
to have a
She
set.
came out for the Drake.
Yeah, I think she came late.
That's what I figured.
don't
She
know
came
why.
late.
She did.
Yeah,
'Cause-
but I think because she didn't fill her slot, maybe that's why Drake brought it out, which I thought was nice.
Yeah.
It's nice, but girl, you had a whole 30-minute set. I was ready.
Yeah.
We've seen Glorilla, but it would have been nice to see her like now that she has more songs.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, what does your like performance actually look like? 'Cause when we went to see her at Made in America, it was like FNF.
Yeah, FNF
Blessed.
like Blessed just dropped.
And I think one other, and then she performed FNF again, and she got off the stage, and I was like,
I wonder what happened.
I
heard,
wanted to.
I heard it might have been flight stuff because Timbaland was supposed to be there at Cam Raleigh for the weekend. They were doing like a beat show thing. His flight got canceled, and then Key Glocks did too because of weather somewhere. So it might have been a delay, maybe. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, Glock.
but it was cool. She popped out. It was cool to see Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
Got to see Lil Wayne
Yeah,
for the
Wayne.
Legend.
for the freeze.
Yeah.
Who else he bring? I've seen 21. 21 stage performance has gotten better.
Yes, it is.
He moves now.
Yes, he does. I seen it when he came to
He
Charlotte,
moves now.
and it was real still.
Because that
just
first
stood there.
year he came out there, he was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
chain swinging, diamond blanket, hold up. But I was just like, why? Like, you got all this stage, boy, move. But other than that,
Solid.
it was great. It was nice. I enjoyed it. I know I'm getting older because I don't want to be in a crowd like that. So
Girl,
like,
yeah.
I've enjoyed like watching it from like behind and just. It was nice. The people like that I was sitting behind with, we was dancing. I was chilling. I don't know where everybody came with the unnecessary.
Yeah, crowd
Drake
surf
fans.
the Drake.
I know, right? I was
thought that's
waiting
what
for
you
the
was
crowd
on.
surf.
No, something happened, low key. Like
Oh.
I heard somebody got stampede. They got stepped on for a second. Like
Yeah, I saw a TikTok where the other side of the stage, people were running for
Yes.
some reason. I don't know.
we was on that side. Like people ran, they exited out the gate, and I was like, if y'all not shooting, I'm not leaving. Like we've been here all day.
Yeah.
I've been here all day. I'm not. And then it was like a little gush, and like they started pushing people.
Of course.
And I was like, yeah, y'all might have to step on me because
I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving.
I'm
And
seeing
y'all better
this
not
Drake
ruin this
shit.
show for everybody.
Yeah, I feel like just when one person started running, everybody
Everybody's
run
like,
for
where
no
he run-
reason.
yeah, where he
it's like,
running?
oh no, let's
Some
get
Black
out.
language. Typical
Somebody
black
in the crowd was like, I'm
Right.
not being black today.
Because it's like, why are you running? Now they
Right.
don't know. I'm gone too.
Like no. But other than that, I mean, it was actually really great. I enjoyed myself.
Well, cool. That's good. Autumn.
I had a ball. It was really cool. Just to be able to see everything how it operates from behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Flocka, I saw him before he went on stage, and I saw him after he got off stage, and you would have thought he just went to down the street to get some cigarillos or something. He didn't. Nah, but for real, he didn't even look like he came off stage. Now his hype man, he looked like he just.
he was hot.
He
was
definitely
hot.
looked like he had just got off stage. He looked tired. He was crowd surfing and everything.
Yes,
I
he
like,
was.
Somebody
He was
help that
everywhere.
man. Get him a water.
Yeah, that man.
But it was really, really cool. I mean, like I was fortunate enough to be in the artist lounge. Everybody's really, really nice. It was just a nice vibe. Obviously I was there being a cheerleader. His set was really cool.
He did have a good
especially-
set.
Yeah, and anytime he does Under the Sun, it was really cool too.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was just cool to be in a good vibe with a lot of good people. I got to hear Superstar like out loud.
I didn't
Yeah.
think he was gonna perform that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'm kind of upset that Sean Paul didn't do like Glue, but it's okay. I did have fun during his set too. Who else did I see? Always fun seeing Lil Wayne. I was happy I got to see Drake. When Drake came out on stage, I was fighting to get out of a bathroom. So yeah, I had to haul ass.
Right.
But I'm kind of upset with Drake because he didn't do the songs that I think he should have did.
Now, what do you think he should have did?
Oh my god.
Give us three. We need
we've
three.
had this discussion.
Give us three.
Because I was just like, they're not gonna appreciate Wu-Tang forever. This is not who this is. Like
That's fair.
like,
That's fair.
and I think he did God's Plan.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Like,
did, and I don't
What's
know
wrong
why.
with you? Like, why are you doing God's
Started from the
Plan?
bottom.
Ain't that the one that got him
I
like
just
a
don't
million?
get why they didn't do Jodeci freestyle.
I
I wanted.
wanted in the morning. In the
All I
morning
wanted.
would have been like they would have
would've
still been
topped it
talking
off.
about that.
Yeah.
That would have been like that
Fireworks would've been
viral
crazy.
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't believe they didn't do one of them songs.
Yeah. Uzi sound was messed up. I'm gonna get back to your
Yes.
Uzi sound was messed up, and it was
he's so cute.
it was terrible because I feel like first of all, I hate those microphones. I think those are like not the Bluetooth mics, but I guess so. I hate those. They go in and out. But Yeah, it was unfortunate because that was a really hype song and everybody kind of like missed half of it.
Yeah.
Uzi just like, ah.
It
was terrible.
I was like, what is going on?
It was
This ain't going to cut
terrible.
it. This ain't going to cut it.
Yeah, but as far as Drake goes, I feel like he could have did Feel No Ways. I feel like that's a song. That's one of my favorite songs.
that would've
but
been
he could have did Feel No Ways. Like, come on, like you act like what?
Twice.
He
Yeah.
could have did that.
Yes,
I feel
100%.
like there's other. He did Marvin's Room too, and I'm like, these are the weirdest decisions ever. And then he was yelling at everybody about the pack. It's like, you do have the pack, but are you giving it to us? This ain't smoking.
Heck, y'all.
This ain't
It's not
And then he
smoking.
started
didn't
bringing
either.
out people. I was like, what is
Bruh.
Glow really here? Like,
Bruh, I'm just like, and yeah, the Wayne thing, like it was cool, but it just seemed like it, like Drake was like, let me just do some stuff. What do I have in my flash drive in my pocket? Like,
Right.
I just really want him to do something else. Like it was cool to see him there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, the whole time he
There
was
was
just
somebody-
yelling at Raleigh. He was like,
he was just yelling at
yeah,
Raleigh.
he was like, come on, I can't hear y'all. I'm like, yeah, because you're not doing the songs you're supposed to be doing.
Right. You doing
They don't
God's
know.
plan, started from the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah, 'cause,
These
you
not
know,
the real fans.
Everybody that was there was born like 4 years ago. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're not gonna
They're not with that.
appreciate
Yeah,
They're not
it.
in
right.
it.
Right.
You just gotta
Right.
be smart about how you come out, and you can't get
Fact.
frustrated. It's kind of like, I'm glad that it wasn't as bad as like how he was at Tyler's. Like,
Where he got
Oh,
booed.
see, I was there.
Yeah.
I was there, and
Dang, man.
it was
Drake
unbelievable.
getting booed off stage is the craziest shit.
yeah, conceptually, yes,
because they were booing. They were literally booing. I'm like,
Literally
I'm confused. What's going
But
on?
this
Why
one
are
of
we
the greatest
booing?
artists of our generation.
And they kept chanting Frank Ocean. I'm
You're not
like,
mad
bro,
over
this is the special guest. What are we
Bruh.
doing?
Yeah, it was terrible. But I mean, I feel like Drake is just at a space now where he's like, well, I'm Drake, so I can just
Yeah, pretty
Pull
much.
Something
up.
she always says. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
because I'm a real Drake
Yeah.
fan.
Me too.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Most of my friends are like rapidy rap dudes, so they don't like Drake, and like it's just kind of hard. Like I talk to Drake, like I try to talk to her about Drake, but I talk to Lute about Drake all the time. Like I have like real deep, like we could talk for probably a really long time about Drake.
I don't get why the rapidy rap dudes don't like Drake, because he be rapping his ass off.
because
He do rap.
whines.
Yeah, he's a singing.
But like the
light-skinned
ride,
Singing rapper.
like the ride.
If he would
The
have
Ride is
performed
one of
the
the
ride,
greatest
Yeah,
rap
see, I need
songs
those type
ever.
of tracks. Yes, the ride is a top 3 track.
Yeah,
He is rapping his ass off.
Yes,
yeah.
3 verses.
But you know,
verses.
Just
But-
to let you know.
But these are dudes who are known for like rapping outside of like burning trash cans. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not. They don't care about that emotional shit.
No,
they
they
just.
don't.
I mean, you know.
We just want to hear raps.
Yeah, right. But you gotta. It's a time and place for that. I
Yeah.
guess. But Drake, I think
Feel
Drake
No-
is great,
Now
so
that you
great.
say Feel No Ways, that would have been perfect.
I love
he
that
has
song.
great
Yeah.
festival music.
Yeah.
And don't tap into it.
Yeah.
What songs did he do with Wayne? Did he just do
Motto,
Motto?
and that's it.
Why
I
did
thought
they
he was
not-
gonna come out for
And he
why
did
did they do-
Motto.
Yeah.
Like, what year is this?
Yes,
Why
yeah, the
didn't
motto.
They should have done Miss Me. Now that would have
Yeah.
been
Or
a hard
anything,
song to do with
hell
Wayne.
yeah.
Miss
fucking
me,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah,
Dang.
fucking
I
right,
think they
right.
did do Hell Yeah Fucking Right.
No,
They didn't do it together, but Drake
no, they
did
didn't.
it.
Drake did.
He
Drake
did
did.
it, and then Lil Wayne came out.
He came
Yeah.
out for his verse though,
I
right?
ain't gonna hold
see,
it.
No,
that's
Lost my
crazy.
No,
mood.
Drake did it. Wayne didn't come out. He did his whatever that track is called, and then they did Motto.
With the
Yeah.
Upward, maybe. I don't know, but
I don't know, man.
but no, they didn't do Hell Yeah Fucking Right because I was like, dang, that would have been good to hear.
I don't know. The
Yeah.
Lil Wayne and Drake song I want to hear is Miss Me.
Yeah, I would love to hear Miss Me.
I don't want to hear
Anything,
Motto.
I mean, anything from that time period, really,
Yeah.
they could have thrown a
Right
mixtape
above
John
it.
in there.
Yeah,
Right above
yeah.
it would've been
Yeah,
all
right
right.
above it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Back-
anything.
Ransom?
Yeah,
Oh,
Ransom.
geez.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that
God,
would've
I
been
would
insane.
love to
Yeah.
hear Ransom.
Jeez.
Drake is just one of those artists who he has a lot of songs that us fans would just love to hear live.
Yeah.
And like, it's like we know we won't hear it, but we would just love if you just threw that in the mix.
Right.
Now the set list that he had at Apollo,
The Apollo.
in New York, that was
A
solid.
great show.
And that's why I was so excited because
Me
I
too.
saw that and I was like, okay, so when he comes to Dreamville Fest,
gotta
he
do
gonna bring
that one.
He was just being a lazy.
He's been
head
real
ass.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Disappointing lately.
I hope his show in Atlanta ain't like that, because I paid a
and
lot of
that's
money to
why
go to that, and I'm
wanting
be
to
kind
go.
of
I'm
mad.
gonna pray for you, brother.
I'm be kind of mad.
He do hell yeah fucking right. I'm gonna be mad as shit. 'Cause
Well, as long as if they do a bunch of songs off Her Loss, I won't be mad,
I would be.
because I like Her Loss. I'm a fan.
I mean,
I
it's
wanted
cute,
to hear
but-
some. I like that Dark Lane. Dark Lane.
Dark Lane
Yeah.
Demo
Ooh,
Tapes.
that was solid.
I love
Yeah.
that.
That was
project.
solid. That
That's
was
like my
solid.
last favorite. All the other ones after that, I just feel like he'd just be like,
Ooh.
I'm
That
gonna
means
go
you
to
like
the studio.
views.
Yeah.
Man, let me make an album.
I like what?
Views. That means you like views.
Views is my favorite album.
Views is
Yeah, solid.
Views is
My
fire.
favorite album.
Solid.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a rainy day album?
I think it's a rainy day album. I think it's a beach album. I think it's a session album. I think it just
It is a
depends
session
on
album.
like that's why I like Drake, because he can kind of be a chameleon to an environment. Like you have choices in where you can go, because like if you, I mean, niggas is not gonna listen to like Marvin's Room in a Cypher, but you you can listen to Sacrifices. And a Cypher, like just niggas is chilling. Like he has something for everything.
Yeah.
He
That's
does.
my point.
He does.
So, but Views
Marvin's
is my
Room
favorite.
at the Cypher is crazy.
Yeah,
Yo, if I'm ever smoking with people and they just listening to Marvin's Room, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like, we have to get
They,
out.
The vibe
they here
is
crying and shit.
Yeah.
I got to go.
Something's about to
The
happen.
vibe is
About to
on.
start
Yeah,
crying. I got to go.
Something's gonna happen within
They
like
call
10 minutes.
They calling their
Yeah.
exes. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Like no, but yeah.
So we all think of Drake the same way, I see.
But
Yes.
Drake just has this set
need
of
to just have an
songs. He has
episode where
this
we
set of
just talk.
songs that he needs to perform that he won't perform.
Yes, I just want a whole set list of songs
bro,
that
I
I've
need
yet
The
to
Ride.
see you
I need
perform.
Do Not Disturb.
Yes,
I need When to
yes.
Say When. I need.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need you to rap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will you tell
Yes.
people you can rap?
Yes.
Please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
he pissed me off.
Yeah, me too. For
I
real.
think it pisses everybody off. It's just like Drake, you could be, not say you ain't great, but you could be like just
You could be that one.
top
You could be that
tier,
guy.
I think he was just
guy,
being lazy.
Amazing. But you
Like-
don't. It's just like you don't want to.
Yeah.
It's
The
like
funny
you know.
thing is,
Yeah.
we met a girl that is from Toronto, and she was like, "Yeah, I've been to like a bunch of his shows." She was like, "He's lazy and he doesn't perform." And like I sat there the whole time, like looking
With
at
that in your
enjoying
head.
it. Like, damn, is he lazy? I was like, he is putting the mic out a little bit too much. Like,
Bruh, I just saw a clip on TikTok
He be
last
off
night,
beat.
and but that's
He be
not
off
okay.
beat.
So on TikTok, he was like, "What was the song? Oh fuck, I'm trying to remember what the song was.
what song was he performing?
It's was it Pipe Down? He's performing.
Down, yeah, Pipe
he's
Down.
performing something, and he walks up to the end of the stage and he said, "Did y'all just get off work?" Yeah, I see you with the Taco Bell uniform, like talking on the track. If I could pull it up, I will. Yeah, like y'all just get off work. I fuck with that.
Is this recent?
Yes, he had cornrows.
Oh yeah, I mean
I'm trying to find it. Huh?
that is now.
No, that's
Oh,
crazy.
you just got off work. You know what?
Stopping the song to ask somebody about their day
And,
in front of
then
in
call
front
me
of
out. Like,
30,000.
what if I didn't want people to know
Yeah,
like that's
like,
how I
yeah,
feel?
yeah.
What if I skipped work?
Right.
Why would you wear the uniform?
What if I went to the
What-
bathroom?
what if I decided
Yeah, I'm going to the
last
bathroom.
minute?
AKA, I'm going to a whole drink show.
Like no.
Now you
Our
just
clothes
snitched.
changed.
That's what I'm saying. What if I got to go back after this?
Yeah.
Right.
What if I don't want to let nobody know where I work?
How you get to the front?
Hey,
Bruh.
thugging.
That's
Crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'll show you after this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, this is
interesting.
I'm like, thank you for noticing me, but damn.
Right.
Yeah, Drake always off beat when he performs.
Yeah.
It should be
That's
getting on. Bro, I'm like not excited about the Atlanta song. I'm actually like,
Well,
damn,
he
I
in
wasted my
Atlanta,
bread.
That's what I'm like. He in Atlanta.
Because he was
He's
in
Atlanta.
Raleigh, so he probably like, I'm performing
Bruh.
for these country bumpkins.
Right.
So Atlanta,
If I
he might
wasted
be a
my
little.
bread on these tickets, bro, I'm be hot.
Yeah,
You gonna have a
nah.
good experience.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, it's going up.
Might be a little bitter.
I'm cheering for you.
Yeah, let's put that into the universe. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a good
There we
show.
go. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Enough of Drake.
We can do
Yeah,
that.
we can do this for 2 more hours.
Yeah, let's
We can do
just
this
jump
for 2
off
more
that.
hours. Right. Autumn Rainwater.
Yes, yes.
First of
Hi.
all, cool name.
Thank you.
Yeah, flows.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Rainwater.
Thanks. I've been through a lot of names, so I'm glad.
Oh,
that
really?
One, yeah, I'm glad that one stuck. I've had a lot of names.
Let's hear one. What's
Okay.
one?
Okay. So
I wanna hear a few.
how
Ooh, I
far
like
back
that.
can I go? So,
What was your first name?
There
well,
we
my
go.
first name is Autumn. Like that's my real.
No, I'm saying your first artist name.
Oh, I thought you were like, because some people ask me that too. Like,
Oh,
oh,
okay.
that's my
I
real
got
name.
I got you. I got you.
Okay. That's fine.
But when I started doing music, like for real, like started taking it seriously, I guess was like 2008. So around that time, I had a nickname, A Boogie, because Lauryn Hill was L Boogie, and a lot of my friends compared me to Lauryn in that space and time.
Okay.
So I went from
That's
A
such a
Boogie to
compliment.
Boogie, and I was there for a little while. And then when I really started taking it seriously, I just wanted to be Autumn, kind of like Oprah, Beyonce, just Autumn. But like I think at some point that artist Autumn with the exclamation mark became a thing. And then I tried to, meet with like different people who I thought would be able to help me build who I was. So I got like weird suggestions for names. Like I had a name like Autumn Leor one time. I hated it because it made me sound like a Las Vegas showgirl. I really want to sound like
Leor.
that. Yeah, it was just very weird, and it wasn't me. So I just kind of like how I ended up with this name. Like, well, I have two responses. I tell people like, do you want to hear the truth or do you want to hear the lie? Okay. So the lie is, well, it's not a lie, but it's like I always say like, oh yeah, that's how I see my music. Like Autumn Rainwater, it's a noun. It's very melancholy, like moody. A vibe. That's like my interview answer.
Right, okay.
But the truth is, I used to work front desk at this place called Massage Envy, and it was a guy that came in for massages, and his last name was Rainwater, and I was like, that's fire.
Yeah, that's fire.
That was
fire.
his real last. That's
Mine.
a hard last.
Yeah.
That's
name.
a hard last name.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
just was like, boink.
Right.
Hey, sometimes it's what you need. Just that simple. It's always the simple things.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you.
That's dope. Because for low key, I thought it was like it had something to do with you was playing off of your name Autumn.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, like it rains in the, it rains in autumn. Like, okay, fall time it be raining.
But
okay.
that's why I thought it would work. And I mean, I like when I told one of my friends, I don't remember who it was, like, yeah, it's tribal. I'm like, thanks. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I fuck with that. But
I can see that.
yeah, I mean,
Like a little Indian
yeah.
name, right? Little Rainwater.
Right. Yeah. Just as long as, people think it's a vibe, I think it has a ring to it. I think I'm good with that name. I've been through.
That's a solid stage name too.
It is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell y'all the other names. I'll spill y'all.
Okay. we got that answer, y'all. We got that answer. We got the truth and the lie. Here.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll take it.
Right.
We'll take it. Sorry, I had a blink. But okay. So my question was, so first of all, okay, that's cool.
Dang,
so
we
how
didn't
long?
even do the introduction? We ain't do-
Oh Lord, we did it. We went straight into it.
Autumn, introduce yourself.
Autumn,
Kind of
yes, I'm
tell them
sorry.
who you are. Tell them what you got
Okay.
going on.
All right, cool. So I'm Autumn Rainwater. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I am a singer, songwriter, head ass, a stylist, I'm a water enthusiast, a conspiracy theorist, an Aquarius.
Hey, we like air signs.
Oh,
I'm a
we're
Gemini.
going to have some
Yeah.
good.
All right,
We do like air
period.
signs.
We're gonna
We
have some
like air
good
signs.
last minute questions.
Right.
She said she a conspiracy theorist. I got questions.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Look, my
Facts.
best friend like, oh Lord. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm a cool guy. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
me.
Okay. Okay.
I'd love to hear it.
I meant to ask, how long did you have the name Autumn Rainwater? Like, how long has this been?
How long? Maybe like 2017, 2018.
Okay.
When did I work at Massage Envy? It was like 2015. So maybe then. 2016. It was somewhere.
Yeah.
It's been some years, obviously.
Okay.
But somewhere in that realm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was your first project as Autumn Rainwater? Was that Leaf?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. Yeah. It was Leaf. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
To bounce
2017.
off of that, I did a little bit of digging. So,
Okay.
Yeah, we did some
so,
research.
First of
Okay.
all, I see that Leaf killed your spirit.
Oh,
Why? Why did that kill your spirit?
I think. Wow. I think.
I mean, it was best-selling album in Charlotte, right?
Yeah. So yeah.
Hey, you
I
funny.
was number one on Bandcamp for that week, which was cool. I think Leaf killed my spirit in that space because I was just doing something cool that I felt like was cool, and then the politics happened. And I'm obviously not in it for that. I think, politics are kind of lame in any space.
Yeah.
But it just kind of takes the fun out of it, especially like when
Yes.
it comes to like networking and getting to know people, and so I was just like, oh, so we just not vibing? Just vibe. No?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it's just, my first time like having access to those feelings and like, or seeing that, because that's when like my fan base started to grow and like people really started to pay attention to who I was. It just brought about some weird energies. So I was like, damn, that sucks. But it kind of brought reality to my
Yeah.
my journey. So.
Correct. Okay. Solid. Now wasn't Rain Check following? Ain't that the following
Yeah.
project?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it be like
Had to
that.
confirm.
It be like that. Yeah. Rain Check was after that. Yeah.
So you know, so after Leaf drop, you know, the politics got involved into it, and sometimes when that can happen, I feel like that can have an artist back out, like, you know, okay, I'm good on this.
Very much.
Cool. So what made you? Because obviously Rain Check was born from this.
Yeah.
So what kept? What
I
put the
think-
battery, you know what I'm saying, in your back?
So when Rain Check happened, I think I was kind of frustrated. I had since then I had been in spaces where like I was just really hungry and I wanted to work with a lot of different people. A lot of different people didn't feel the same way I did. You know, you start learning people's true colors and all that other stuff. So it killed my spirit, and I was just like, well, I'm gonna do something else. And plus, I was also in like a space personally where I had to grow from stuff. I think I had just like suffered a weird breakup and you know, just going through the motions of life be lifing. So I think it was just me just taking a step back to live and also grow a little bit. And then I think I was just in a space where I was like fed up. I think Rain Check was like my damn, because it got weird.
That's fair.
You know, people when you're in a space with your friends and you just want to vibe wherever y'all are. You know, I like to go to karaoke bars and little club things and social events too. And people would just come up to me and be like, where's the music?
Oh my God.
Like, I don't know. But it would just get frustrating because, you know, sometimes people minimize you to
Yes.
that instead
Yes.
of you just being an actual person and just living human life. And
Correct.
so I just think I was frustrated. And Rain Check was just kind of like, this is what I've been doing. This is how I feel.
Yeah.
I was kind of
Go crazy.
angry, yeah. but a lot of like cool things came out of Rain Check. It kind of revived my want to do it again, just being in that space. Even though the pandemic happened right after that, so
Yeah.
So I was in my house just making shit, like
Right.
just getting to it visually and just trying to keep my like interest and momentum and motivation up. So.
Right. And just to bounce off a Rain Check, what's crazy is the track I Miss You, that was the first track I heard from you. And I remember it too. I was driving and somehow it came on. I think it was like Spotify radio type thing.
Oh, tight.
And I was like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
Like it was the beat. It was really the beat
Yeah.
first. Like the beat was just crazy.
Shout out Levante.
I'm about to say,
Feels.
Shout out
don't mind me
Monte.
asking, what's the sample?
Don't say goodnight.
Okay, I thought it was tripping. Okay,
Yeah.
It's
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
And
it's
I just remember sending it to everybody. Then I Googled your name, and then like 2 and 2 got together. I was like, oh, she from here. Like, that's
she down the
crazy.
street.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, just that track is like in 2 of my playlists. Like, that
Thank
track
you.
is probably.
I love that song.
Yes.
I'm glad that I didn't think that people would receive it that way, but when I heard the beat for the first time, like,
that beat's crazy.
it was funny because he was just, Levante, shout out to him. He was going through just beats. I'm just sitting there like, well, we need something, you know. It's getting late.
Yeah.
We both had to work. I think he was falling asleep. And he's just going through stuff. And he was about to like skip it. But I heard the da-na-na.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's that?
Yeah.
And so when he was like, oh, this is just some rap shit. Like he was trying to dismiss it. I'm like,
what?
nah,
Give
play
me
it. So, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm writing to it while he's just like,
Whatever.
nah.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't leave me. I just had to, you know, I wrote that right there. So I'm glad that people like that song. That's one of
It's
my
a beautiful song.
It is. Is this the producer in Charlotte? Or?
Yeah, okay, so he goes by Fields. His name is Levante, but he goes by Fields. He's a DJ, he's an artist
Oh,
himself.
word, okay.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Shout out to
Okay.
Fields.
Shout out to Fields.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fields. Okay. Solid.
So you put out your first project as Autumn Rainwater in 2017. Low Key High Key came out in 2021, and I'm sure you're working on new music. How do you think you've grown as an artist since 2017? Like as far as your process or what sounds you like, what sounds you don't like?
I think that well, first of all, I'm just really fortunate to have like really cool friends who get me. Like everybody that I've worked with, like producer wise, I met them just, you know, hey, bright eye, bushy tail, we just ready to do cool stuff, meet cool people. And that was like, we all met in like 2012. Right? 2012. And yeah, I'm just glad that they kind of understand my vibe and they like build around that. So I think being able to grow with your friends in that way is cool, and it elevates my music, of course. But just also understanding and tapping into who I actually am, what I like to hear sonically, what I can do with my voice, because that's an instrument too. But also just really living life. You can't really grow unless you live. You gotta fall down a couple of times or have a couple wins. Just to be able to understand the full circle of like growing and healing and moving forward. So I think it's just allowing myself to be very much present in the moment. It's kind of helped me grow.
I think that's always great for music. Just to, you know what I'm saying? Just be very present. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, y'all waiting on my question?
Yeah, Tim, go ahead. I know you got some.
All right. I feel like I have a lot and I'm trying to condense them.
I'm chilling.
I know people got places to be.
Okay.
So people know that you date Luke. So I think my question is, how do you separate your artistry? Like, how do you stand out and not get overshadowed by his?
I think that,
good question.
Well, first of all, he's like a really great artist, like beyond belief. Like he's really, really dope. I think me and him, we like share a lot of ideas, and but we're able to differentiate, and we started out together. So like he's always had a vibe about him. I've always had a vibe about me. I don't think it's that hard to like stand out on my own, just because since we started out, in the same like realm of people. But I just think that like, I don't think it's hard to do. I never thought about that question, actually.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because like some like
Beyonce
doesn't get overshadowed by Jay-Z, even though she came in later than him. So it's just like, how do you separate that while still being together?
Well, I like that there's like a common respect between, I respect what he does and he respects what I do. I think the respect factor first and foremost. But as long as you know yourself, you're going to stand out regardless. So,
Okay.
Stop.
Yeah.
So my next question.
Okay.
We saw that you styled Luke. When did
Dickie
you
suit was hard. Dickie suit was hard.
When did you really start to take on fashion and make that into a role also?
I really think that it's always been a part of me. I've always been very much centered in fashion, especially since the 2000s, because music and fashion were like collaborative. Like you couldn't really do too much in rap without seeing like a vocal tank top or some apple bottom jeans. Like it was a thing. But I think just that kind of inspired my want to have cool things and like niche things. And I think later, because I worked at this place called Buffalo Exchange, and I think later just having that job and being able to just be in the mix is right next to social status. So it's like, you're in a community where people appreciate clothes and time periods of clothing and archives and like, so I think finding my identity in that realm and space also while cultivating leaf and stuff, I think that it just kind of jolted something inside of me, and I haven't been able to, it actually really just happened on accident. Like, because when I started just posting fits on Instagram, like, I think this looks cool, other people like, yo, that looks cool, you think you can help me with something? I'd be like, sure. And that's kind of how I just accidentally steamrolled into this. It's just the difference is I'm his girlfriend, so it's just easy to like, we're homies first, so he has an idea, I'm like, okay, well, let's execute it. But I'm like that with anybody, like, because I styled my friend Dexter Jordan for Pride, and I just like to meet people where they are and just kind of elevate that look for them. And I'm glad that people trust me enough, because sometimes I feel like I'll wear something crazy, but I feel comfortable in it, I feel good in it, and I think that's just the best part. It's another way of showing my identity and who I am. So
I wanted to bounce back off of you fitting people. I saw that you for Pre Magazine in 2021 you did more, right?
I did,
and that's cool, by the way. How did that happen?
So it's funny because Luke had like a concept shoot that he wanted to do, and he was in this space where he wanted to like reflect the 70s, and have a lot of his print work mirrored by his car, because he has a Galaxy, old school Galaxy fire car.
What year?
I think it's 79. He's gonna kill me if it's not. 76. It's 70s.
70s.
But so we went to this this car wash that he frequents. It has like a old style feel, and one of the people that work for Preem magazine, Preem, he was there just, you know, taking pictures, and I was getting his outfit together. We just got his outfit together for the thing, and I was just kind of like fixing his jacket, making sure everything laid right for the pictures. And Preem was like, yo, you busy like in the next couple weeks? And I'm like, no, what's up? And so he was like, yeah, I need you to help me style somebody. And then he told me it was Moray, and I'm like, and Lou had just put me on Moray because he had been playing Quicksand.
Yeah.
And Quicksand is a vibe. I love that song. And so that was just our thing in that space. And I found that it's because, you know, everybody's just getting to know who he was. He was just, you know, started popping off. So, you know, I met him. He's hilarious. I was very nervous because it was my first like serious thing.
Yeah, that's
if I could do it over, I would. Now that I'm a little bit more comfortable, but yeah, that was a fun time. He was really nice and sweet, and I got to, you know, take some local brand tees from a couple of my homies, and you know, put him in some local shit. It was cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
That's dope.
Okay, solid. So, to go back to low key, high key.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, do a bit of digging. So, let's talk about the story on how we got that name.
Low-key,
Jewelry
high-key?
store. Yeah.
Low-key, high-key was, it kind of like popped in my head one day, honestly. But it had been a thing since like Leaf. Like,
Right.
2018, I was originally building it, and then it just didn't work out in that space. But I always wanted to like hold tight to the name. I always wanted to use it. I knew I did. I was hell-bent on that. You can ask her for like years. But I think it just kind of evolved into like my mindset or how I see myself. Like, because I low-key, high-key think I'm a big deal. But I think I'm low-key. But I think I'm high-key too. I think I'm very much hiding in plain sight, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, I have main character energy, but it's very like chill.
Yeah.
So I think that just kind of like reflects that, and the concept of the album is kind of like the time period that you know made me that way, or like mirrored why I feel that way about myself. So yeah, it's really cool to do.
You going?
I was gonna say, can you cover about the earrings and how you saw those words on the pair of earrings?
Yeah, so
'Cause I thought that was interesting.
Yo, that was a crazy. So I'm in this space in my life. I'm like, fuck music. I don't even want to think about it. Like, I don't want nobody to ask me to do nothing.
Damn,
I don't give a fuck. Life sucks. I don't want to do music. But one of my comfort places to go is the hair store. I have to go into a hair store to make myself feel better about life. So I went with my friend, and you know, we're standing in the line, and I was just venting to her about how like, okay, like fuck music, yo. Like, I don't want to do this shit no more. Like, I'm good on it. Everybody can have it. Like, Charlotte who, I'm good. I'm good. Like, I was very much off of it. And we're just standing in line. I think I was buying some shampoo or something. I don't even remember. And I just happened to look, and it's the only pair of earrings there. And one said low key and one said high key.
Sheesh.
And I was like, if that ain't God,
That's a sign.
like, girl,
Yeah.
what? So I was like, oh nah. And I was stuck for the rest of the day. It like fucked with me really, really hard, because there were no other earrings like that. I bought them. I still have them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to.
Got to.
But I always get weird like signs like that. Like, I have 2 projects before Leaf. One is called 22. That's my very first one. And the second one is called Moon. And me and Mariah and 2 other of our friends, we're at North Lake Mall. We in a car, and I don't know why I hit a U-turn. I hit a U-turn because of what I saw, but I don't know what made me go there. It was something that happened where I went a totally other way than I would usually go to exit the mall. And there was a Ford Taurus, and the lights were blinking, and it was just parked in a weird, like in the middle of the street to get out of the mall. And I was like, okay. And I pull up to it, and the license plate said 22 Moon. So I don't know if it's because I'm a spiritual.
It's just a sign.
Yeah, but I always get weird things like that, and usually in a space where I'm like, man, fuck this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So it wasn't any surprise that I saw those earrings, and I'm like, okay, all right, God, I hear you.
Those are signs. Yeah,
Yeah,
those are
he-
like
yeah,
direct,
yeah.
literally
Yeah,
signs.
God, universe is
Yeah.
telling.
Yeah.
Keep going.
talking
Don't, yeah.
big, like loud. I'm like, all right, I hear you.
That's tight.
So kind of focusing on low key, high key. I did want to ask you, where did the concept for the radio show come from?
Yes, because we need that.
So growing up in Charlotte, Power 98 was like a really, really essential part of my childhood. Like, I lived in Greer Heights community on the east, and I would take my radio to the park. They had plugs, and me and my friends in the neighborhood, we would just turn on the radio, listen to, what I felt at the time, like Murder Inc. was a thing. We would just be at the, at the park just vibing, but it was very essential to that space. And that project kind of mirrors the nostalgia in that, and just kind of like, it's a reminisce. So like, I wanted to incorporate the radio because it just kind of fits that vibe of what stood out in my childhood in that time period. And the radio was a very big part of that. So,
Yeah, I think it fit the album perfect. It's
Yeah,
like a
it
good.
did. It
It's
was
like
cool. It was cool.
It's a good add on to the project. You know what I'm saying? The kind of the break between the songs, the
Right,
radio
yeah.
hosts come on,
It
low
was
key,
cool.
high key radio. Good idea, great idea.
Thank
Yes.
you. I appreciate it.
I'll be patiently waiting for the low key, high key radio. Legit.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to persuade my friends to do a podcast with me. Everybody, well, I mean, if you're down, we can talk about it. But I've definitely thought about it, and it always pops in my head every time I see somebody like another lady rapper has a radio show or something. Cause I got a lot of shit to say.
Yeah.
So but yeah, one day.
Right. Yeah.
One day
yeah.
y'all gotta
I'll be
come up
waiting.
with me.
Yeah.
We pulled
Yeah,
up.
I need to be there. Yeah,
Tight.
we need to be there. We need to be there.
Another question I got related to low key, high key, and this bothers me a lot. So look,
Okay.
why is "Take Me Home" so long?
The real
What's
question.
What's the dead space
Between
at the
why
end
so
of the
long?
song? And there's like a minute of just nothing.
So I was hoping that
Great
hope that got swapped out because I swapped it out recently, or I tried to. But if it's still there, maybe I have to like go back.
Last time I listened, it was there.
Okay, so to be completely honest with you, I do not know why it's there.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a purpose.
No, we tried to fix it before, and I guess I gotta fix it again. But yeah, it's not supposed to be there.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Levante.
Good question. That's a good question.
Yeah, because every time I listen to it, I'm like, well, let me go ahead and hit next
Yeah.
because it's a minute of
You got to
just
sit
nothing.
in the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to
Like
take that
everything.
in because
But
I love that song. It's a great
But
song.
somebody brought that up to me, and they were like, "It just makes the fact that Take Me Home is short. It just makes it worse." And I'm like, "Damn, I'm sorry." But yeah, I'm glad you told me that though. Thank you.
I
That's
wanted
solid.
it.
That is solid.
So, okay.
That is
You gonna
solid.
take what I give you.
Right. That is solid. Because every time I get done to listen to it, like I don't think I catch myself. I'll just be riding in silence. I'm like, oh
Waiting
yeah.
on,
Like,
just waiting on the next song.
I was just like, man.
Sometimes I take that moment. Like, I'm like, this may be a moment. I just need to be quiet.
Right. You know what? Yeah. There we go. Just
Totally,
take that as a
totally
sign.
an accident. I didn't even know it was there until maybe like 3 days after it came out.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Hilarious.
How was just the around the time that you released that? How was the reception and the feedback and everything that you got from?
I think everybody received it well. It kind of felt good to because that was a really hectic space in my personal life. So like I wasn't really centered in the moment. I wasn't there for that. Like I was just kind of everywhere else. Cause it had been my first like big release since Leaf, and the first time I did like a lot for it. But I did get a lot of love. I feel like the rollout and everything was great as far as reception goes. I feel like everybody understood where I was trying to go, what I was trying to do with it. Yeah, and I'm just glad everybody got it, because at first I'm like, it's a concept album, and I don't know if everybody's gonna understand it from my point of view, but in actuality, I think I just was able to invite people into my universe for a little bit, and that's cool too. So yeah, I think the reception was good. It still is, honestly, and I think that's really motivating. It keeps me very much
Keeps you in there.
Yeah, mentally. Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
let me ask, because I hate rollout as an artist. Gets on my last nerves. How did you go about doing rollout? Were there parts where you were just like, it made you want to just stop everything and just be like, here's the album? Or do you enjoy the rollout process and building the vision that you're wanting everybody to see?
So I work well under pressure, but I'm also very I'm a perfectionist. So I think sometimes, and God bless my friends, because sometimes I could be very nope, I want it like this. Actually, nope, let's do it like this. Actually, no, we're gonna go back to what I originally wanted. Actually,
Go back to the original.
and so and I know that they're like, okay, Autumn, but I love that they support me in that, because they know I just really want to be able to convey it the way that I see it in my head. And I think that the rollout, it was my first real time doing a rollout, because apparently I just tried to go about things like Beyonce and just be like, surprise, I'm done with a project, here you go, bye. When these days obviously you can't do that. So it was just really fun just to give people glimpses into something before they get to embrace it, and it kind of builds the momentum and the attention on it, which is something that I saw before I dropped it. So it kind of made me a little bit more nervous, oh shit, people are waiting for it. Okay. But it was cool, and it was cool to be able to do that with my friends. Everybody that had a hand in Low Key High Key Weekend or the project, they're all my friends. So
That's cool. That's cool.
Homegrown.
I think that's the best part about making music.
Yeah.
Is if you find your group of friends to make it with, like all of us, and just build. I mean, you just.
Yeah.
It's you don't have to work. It kind of takes the awkward out of it. You ain't no new introductions or that. It's just we are homies. We making music.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and people working together. You're gonna bump heads or disagree or
Oh yeah.
whatever. And that's normal. But I would rather do that with my friends than
some random
right, because
person.
we can sit and talk about it. All right, bro, I ain't like what you did with that Photoshop. All right, bro. But we get past it, we get through it, and we're able to continue making great things. So
I love the cover too.
Great cover.
Thank you.
Was that your idea?
Yes. So, first shout out Mark Prosper. He took that for me. He's the best.
Shout out Mark.
He's a photographer, and he's very, very great at what he does. He's a multifaceted man. But I was glad
flowers.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Here for that.
But I was glad that he was on board. We were in an apartment complex that I grew up in, or I would frequent, because they had a swimming pool when I lived on the East. And in my neighborhood at the time, you wasn't getting no pool over there, and there weren't no pools over there. So that was the closest pool, and it was just one of those apartments where you walk past a building, you can hear the radio blaring, kids outside shooting each other with water guns. It's a ice cream truck around. So I just kind of wanted to bring that, and people will walk to the laundromat to wash their clothes.
Right.
And because in those neighborhoods, you didn't really have a washer and dryer in your neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Or in your house. So you would go down to the local convenience store, have a laundromat next to it. I just really wanted to bring a nostalgic element to it. Even the clothes that I had on, it was mirroring Amory's "Why Do We Fall in Love" video. Just the shorts, the tank top, and the wedges. I just felt just an ode to what summertime and nostalgia feels like. And obviously that was a song that was hot back in the time that I was in those neighborhoods and spaces. So yeah, it just really came about really, really nice. That neighborhood still looks like that. It's one of the, architecturally, it's one of the coolest places in the East to me. Okay. So still look like that. I mean, a lot. It's not the hood no more.
Yeah,
right.
Gentrification,
but
Facts.
yeah.
I like that. You're a woman of admiring your landscapes, because I have favorite roads.
Yeah.
That's a nice road. That's a nice drive.
Yeah.
That's a nice building. I like that curve right there.
Yeah, I'm a landmark person. Sometimes I can just see stuff. Even when we were driving up here, we were on the highway, and I was just oh, wow, it's so green.
Right.
So, yeah, I've just always been that way. I don't know. Weird. I don't know.
Not that weird, because I do it too.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Just speaking of growing up, what kind of kid was Autumn?
Oh, man. She was... I mean, I feel like there's elements of me that still is, but she was very, curious. She was... had way more main character energy, very much center of attention. She gonna sing in this grocery store. She gonna sing in your front yard. She don't care. I think that my curiosity and my rebelliousness, some would say I might have been a bad kid, but I think I just wanted to know.
You just wanted to know. That's solid. That's
yeah,
solid.
yeah. But I was your typical black pigtail wearing girl.
Good vibes.
Yep. Love B2K. Very much in that realm of things.
Okay.
Yeah, but she just knew who she was before she knew who she was.
Right.
I like that.
So, you say you singing in grocery stores, singing in the front yard. So you come from a big musical background, or singing in the church type? Or?
Yeah. So my dad was in a band in the 80s.
Oh, cool. Same.
Yeah. My sister, she's always sung her whole life. She used to perform at West Fest and stuff like that. But there's different aspects of my family where my brother, he would listen to 9 Inch Nails, Nirvana, not Third Eye Blind, he would kill me. Incubus and my sister was more Mary J. Blige, Total, all that. And then I have another sister who was John Mayer, Norah Jones. So I would get a lot of
vibes coming from
my younger sister, UGK,
there it is.
And she's younger than me, but that's her whole thing.
Right.
But it was just in a melting pot of, and then gospel, of course, because at one point in my life I was a PK, so I just got a lot of different I got the opportunity to grow into being eclectic or liking different forms of music. So I think that inspired, thanks to my family and what they listen to, that just inspired me to be me. So
okay,
yeah.
So I see that performing it comes natural to you.
Well, thanks.
So when you do perform, was there a moment where you were just this is a lot? Were you ever scared, or is it something that you've grown into?
I think I had to grow into it for sure. When I started out, mixtapes were hot, and so you could just do that and be in the house. But I think that that's when the Charlotte scene people started to meet each other, especially social media. In that time, we were on MySpace, so people started to connect and then want to do stuff and wanted to build the culture. And I'm glad that I was there for that at that time, but I don't think I rationalized I gotta sing this for y'all. I gotta stand here.
Right.
Y'all gotta look at me sing this for y'all. Okay. So I think my first show ever was a Name This event, and it was at this place called the Chop Shop in Charlotte, which is torn down. It's a parking lot now. But
not surprised.
yeah, unfortunately. Bless you, friend. Did you see this?
Right.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Bless you. I
hope
I
you're
don't know how to
okay.
identify that one.
But yeah, my first show was there, and I did a song called Rapper Dude. If you can find that, y'all listen to it, have fun with that.
Will do.
We'll find it.
Yeah, it's the reason why I said that is because the song is about me not ever dating a rapper ever again. Right. So
Full circle.
But I performed that song at the Chop Shop. But I looking at that because I just recently found a video, and I'm just very much and I read in Creative Loafing maybe 2017, 2016, somewhere around there, the way that they opened up a blurb about me was she's not really strong in her perperformances, and that pissed me. I was mad. I sat on that for a little bit, but I was ugh, how can you say that?
Nice to meet you too.
But when you start being real with yourself and you can see what you see how you could probably affect why a person would say that, you start working on that. And just recently Culture NC, they just posted a blurb about the Shame Show, but they featured me and Reese as the best female, two of the best female performers in Charlotte. And I was like,
okay,
right.
in Charlotte, all right.
Yeah, so it's kind of full circle for me that I got a lot of love that night too. So I feel like I'm starting to become more comfortable on stage, but I think I'm very confident behind my last body of work. So I think that helps too. It's just,
I was going to speak on your performance. It was great. I wanted to know what did you go into? Not just this show, but normally, like, how do you pick your set list? Like, is it based off what you think the vibe is going to be, or
Most definitely.
where at? Okay.
It just depends. Like that was I keep calling it a rapidy rap show, but it was.
Fair.
Technically, I'm the only like singer on the bill, so I was just like, what can I do to make the ladies and the fellas like rock with me?
Because they were rocking with Communicate.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I
hard.
feel like Communicate. I don't know why I don't perform that as much. I feel like I feel like that's one of the songs that people are like. I think there's other songs that stood out more than Communicate, so I think maybe that's why. But I don't know. It just depends on the vibe. If I'm since I had a 10-minute set, I was just like, okay, I just want to do the things that's gonna keep the crowd up, just to warm up people for the next person. But if it was like more of my show, I probably would have had a little bit more slower, more vibey tracks on there. Just depending. It just depends.
Right.
It just depends who I have with me on the bill. Or,
Correct.
Yeah.
I will say in performing, you was entertaining. It wasn't just let's do this song. Okay, next song, we're done. It was you was doing talking. You had a crowd, integration. Like you was a good performer. I thought
you command the crowd very well.
Yeah, correct. Like that was a solid performance.
So honestly, like prior to the pandemic, like I wasn't performing like that. I was very much. It was giving open mic at the bar on Tuesdays, and I was just very much, hi, my name is Rainwater, and I'm gonna do this song. This is the first song, okay. And then that song would go off, and I'd be like, okay, and this is the second song.
Right.
I used to do that a lot. Traveling with Luke helps. Seeing how he commands the crowd is tight. And also seeing Shame recently, as far as like, because I've been to a couple of shows where he's performed at when he performed at Pooh's show in Raleigh, and the show he did here, and the other show that he did in Raleigh for the Goldmouth Garage thing. Just being able to see these strong like performers, like these guys, because these are like soft-spoken guys. They're like, hey, yeah, what's up? And then they get on stage. When I say, I'm like, all right. So, but it's cool to see that and see how people respond. And I think I was more intimidated by crowds like prior. So when you go and you kind of embody that confidence, like I know what I'm talking about, I know what I'm about to tell y'all, then they'll follow suit. And I just had to stop thinking about it so much. I'm an overthinker. So
same. Because I had the opportunity to go to the show that you opened up for Ivy Soul.
Oh yeah.
So that was my first time getting to see you after listening to your music, and it's like your personality and your music meshed very well. So it was fun getting to see that, because I saw that and I did not pee. But because I went to that by myself, but I enjoyed that thoroughly, because it was like, damn, like she's right here. So it was, I don't know, it was very cool.
I really liked that show just because I was able to do a little bit more. I like intimate settings too, like big crowds. That's cool, like because there's a lot of energy in there.
Right.
But I like when I can really like showcase my voice and also like get my slow songs off and just have people vibe. And that's a good example of like trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for my set list, because Ivy has more of like a mellow vibe as opposed to like a rapidy rap show. So I was able to kind of like finesse some slow things in there, still get a couple of the high volume tracks off. So yeah, I didn't know you were there. That's cool.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I'll be low key, high key.
I feel you. Literally. Word up.
Have you ever been like has anyone ever fanned out?
Oh man. Okay, so before I go into this, I don't ever think about, because I'm very much still in the city. Nobody really knows who I am, like outside of this space. Like, so I don't ever think like, I got, I don't, because for me, my fans are my homies. Like, your family now. Like, you're stuck with me now. Like, but when people I don't know, like I meet them, sometimes it's just an energy thing. I was working one time. Do you remember this? Me and Mariah used to work next door to each other. So I worked at Buffalo. She worked at Social Status and Be Social. And she would come next door to, like, we chat on lunch or, and we're just talking. And this guy, he's like, oh, you're Rainwater. But when he does that, he, like, hits the sunglasses and they kind of, like, fall over. And it's like a whole clumsy moment. But it was the way that he kind of, like,
Like,
Starstruck.
Oh yeah,
It is you.
but it's so. I think it's scary. Everybody. And you know, like when you're in a situation where everything stops, it was very much like that, and I couldn't laugh because it wasn't. Naturally, if somebody falls or something, I don't want to laugh, but it's happening.
You gonna laugh?
Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, fuck.
But I help you up while I'm
I
camping.
was just
Right.
trying to like, oh my God, are you okay? It's nice meeting you. You know, just trying to like calm it.
I'm at work.
But I
bro.
knew he was embarrassed because I was embarrassed. So if I was embarrassed, I knew he was.
Yeah, you knew.
Yeah.
But obviously we were embarrassed for different reasons. But like, yeah, I occasionally I just kind of like meet someone that's just like, and I'm like, really, me? Like that's
Yeah, why
strange.
not?
Like, cause I mean, you know, I go to stuff like Dreamville Fest and I see it, you know, for other people, and I'm just like, that's fucking fire. I mean, duh.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
cause I'm still at the crib. So
Yeah.
for me, I'm just like, what? So I just try to make everybody like, yo, we homies now.
Yeah.
Like I don't, you know, the fan shit can get
Yeah.
weird for me. I'm no.
It can.
We're homies.
It can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
I guess because like we don't know how people view us. So
Yeah.
like some people do put you on like that pedestal, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try not to do that. Like I met Ari Lennox and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so nice to meet you. And she was like, hey, and I was like, you know, like how are
She's super
you?
cool.
She's so
she's such a
sweet.
cool person. Like, okay, so little story, very small. Last year for Dreamville Fest, we went to this club in Raleigh. I think it's called Haymaker, and we were just like, you know, people were chilling in the VIP. I get to sit there just chilling, and we're drinking because you know there's alcohol on chill there.
Right.
And Ari Lennox comes in, and you know I'm not a starstruck person unless like I see Solange, I'm gonna fan out and like just
I understand it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Solange will be that person for
Okay.
me. I won't be able to breathe. I'm just, you, but so yeah, but you know, in vibe, Ari just seems like she's really down to earth anyway, just from her lives and you know. So she's sitting right here, and then the DJ is just like, Ari Lennox is in the building, and he's playing like BMO and or you know her hits, and she's kind of like just sitting like this, like you
I
know
would be Ari.
It's on some chill shit.
on some chill shit, right? So you know me, I slide over and I was like, does it bother you when they play your music in the club? She was like, yeah, I don't know why they think that I want to hear that shit, you know.
That's
she was,
fair.
but she was
That's
real
fair.
cool about it, you know. And we had a laugh. It was cool. I just think she's a really, really cool. And anytime she comes, like she'll walk by and like everybody's just like,
Right.
She's
has
a
that-
beautiful woman.
Yeah,
very,
she is.
She's
like
a
up
beautiful
close.
woman.
Because
Yes.
you know, sometimes on TV, like the TV be lying, but like Ari up close,
It is.
beautiful. Like
She
beautiful.
gives great hugs.
She seems so genuine.
She looks
She
like she
is.
gives great hugs.
Because I did the meet and greet, and I just flow my arms out because I'm a hugger, and like
Yeah.
she hugged me back like
Yeah.
I'm a
She
cousin.
seems
It's like,
just
hey,
like the homegirl. Yeah.
Yes, love her.
She's really, really tight. My friend Dexter, he sung background for her. He talks highly of her, and I believe him. I like, cause he's a good vibe. So I know anybody that
he did
he's
amazing
around is a good vibe.
on the part for Lucky Day.
Oh my God.
She just
I-
just the whole show was
Yeah.
just amazing.
Brilliant. I'm glad I got to see it at Dreamville Fest. I missed the Charlotte show, so I was glad that I was able to circle back and see him in his moment. Shout out Dexter. He's a beautiful person.
I did want to ask, and we'll get close to closing this out. I did want to ask: is there any celebrity or artist that you've got to meet that was just kind of like on your list of people that you wanted to meet?
I mean, are there? I'm trying to remember who I've met. Okay, so I did get to meet J. Cole. He's very tall.
Really?
I was like, hi. I was like, my name is Autumn. He's like, hi, Autumn. Nice to meet you. Like, tall. Like, with a gentleman, very strong handshake. I was trying not to, like, oh my God, it's J. Cole. But I also got to meet, the internet.
Oh, that's
nice.
dope.
Yeah, I got to meet them pre Steve Lacy going solo. So like, yeah, and I was like, oh my God, it's Sid. Oh my God, it's Steve.
Right.
Oh my God, it's Matt. And you know, oh my God, it's Patrick. I'm trying not to like But they were really cool about it. Me and Sid got to take a jail pose
that's
photo.
dope.
Nice.
Yeah. So they were really cool. They're really funny. Like Steve Lacy was doing like jail poses. They're funny. But yeah, I would love to. I have a list of people. One of these days I'll tell y'all about my obsession with Omarion. But I would love to be.
Whoa,
But that's fair. I feel like that's
what
fair.
are
Yeah.
these
I feel like
days?
that's fair.
You feel me on that? Yeah. It was a love thing since I was 10. But you know, I obviously I've redirected my energy. But you know, and I would love to meet Solange, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
So big Solange fan. I see.
huge.
Okay.
She makes beautiful music.
Huge. I am whatever. I don't know. They don't have insects for her, but like Solange Hive. I'm
There
very
we
much
go.
there.
That's fair. That's fair. Is there any other questions that y'all would like to cover?
Oh, I did want to ask you about some of the stuff you like to do outside of music. So I saw you're into creative writing. I think you recently did I know that's right.
Yeah.
Creative writing event.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
was that, by the way?
It was really, really cool. It was my first time getting back into it since before the pandemic in 2019. I did a lot of collaborative things with her and Be Social as like a writer's workshop, and that was called Writer's Block. Just creating a space for people to come and get their shit off. And that's kind of what I wanted to do with I Know That's Right, but more so just kind of like looking into like, figures of speech and like things about Black music that make it what it is. And it was cool. I did that with my homegirl, Makeda Iroquois. Shout out to her.
Hard.
And
She has good
Hard.
music too.
yeah, she's fire. I love her. But yeah, it was really, really cool. I like to, creative writing helped me as a songwriter. Like I took that in school. Me and my creative writing teacher, we follow each other on Instagram, still very much tight.
That's
Okay.
tight.
That's dope. Yeah, that's super
Yeah,
dope.
I love her. Shout out Miss Godwin, Miss Kendrick. So yeah, but it was very important to me. So I always wanted to create that space for other people. So yeah, that's one of the things I like to do. I'm also obsessed with clothes.
Close.
Yeah, so that obviously plays into my styling and all of that. And I'm I don't know if conspiracy theory is like so much of a hobby.
It is.
I was like,
But
I stand on
think-
that.
I
I
think-
stand on that.
Yeah, I think that I'm just I don't know how I got there, but I just like looked up one day. I'm like, oh, I'm a conspiracy theorist. This is where I'm at. Okay, because they have to hear it all the time, and when something happens, yeah, see, it's just the same thing. I'm like, I know what caused this. Everyone's just like, oh no, but yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm a homebody, very boring.
Okay.
I felt that.
The last question I got, I was doing a little bit of research, digging through your Instagram, and I saw your "How's It Going Down" cover by DMX. Or I saw you cover the DMX song, which was super dope. I'm a big DMX fan, so
Me
I was like,
too.
"This is hard." And then I think you said in that post that you got the Rough Rider R tatted on you.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
Yeah,
fire.
that's hard.
oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, I'm inked for life. I think DMX is very essential to the time period that I grew up in. He's responsible for one of my favorite female lyricists of all time. I think Eve is very slept on. But I'm very much a Rough Rider DMX.
That's hard.
And I just feel like, I don't know. It just sucks that he's no longer with us because I feel
Yeah,
like
R.I.P.
he was about
DMX.
to,
Yes, facts.
he was coming back and he was putting that DMX positivity in the world.
Yeah.
So, but long live DMX. He's
Yeah,
nice.
for real.
Facts.
Yeah.
Also, I want. Oh yeah. So are you like any kind of sports fan or
No.
no?
I mean, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
I'll be there.
woo, sports. But I don't know. I don't be knowing
Right.
nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Go Hornets. Go Panthers.
They
Barely.
cool.
They cool. They cool.
I mean, Hornets. When I was, I'm old. So like when the Hornets was a thing for me, it was before the Bobcats was here. So
Yeah.
after that, I just
We try not to talk about that.
yeah, the
era.
Bobcats killed the vibe. They killed the vibe.
We try
Yeah.
not to talk about that. era.
Nah, but I mean, sports are cool. I'm here for the festivities.
Facts.
Anytime the 704 is in the talks, I'm there.
Facts.
So.
Okay. And is there anything that you would like to just put out there that we didn't ask or cover?
Is there? I'm working on new music.
Yes.
Good to hear.
Yes.
It all makes sense later.
Okay.
Um,
Leave it there.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm so bad at this.
No, you were
you're actually great.
you
You're
were
actually great.
Yeah, great guess.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that I want people to know. I mean, I think that, like, I'm just glad that people rock with me, and I'm glad that people can feel my vibe and my energy through my music, and people appreciate what I do. Just because I'm just another person, just kind of sharing my experiences, just like everybody else. But I'm glad it translates, so
Facts.
to where
Yeah,
I can
facts.
do cool shit like the Last Minute Podcast.
Yeah, appreciate you for coming.
Like that.
We manifested this. We threw this
No,
out to the
we
world,
really did.
and it
Oh,
came
tight.
back.
Like, we gotta get Autumn on.
We gotta find an
Tight.
episode. We
Yeah,
gotta
for
clip
real.
that
It's an
episode.
episode. It's a clip. We gotta get Autumn on here.
Anytime y'all want me, I'll come up here.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
drive
yeah,
was
bet.
smooth.
That's lovely.
I'm chilling.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, definitely thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to be a guest.
Thank you for having me,
Yes,
y'all.
great guest. We do this one thing whenever we get done with interviews called the last minute questions.
Okay.
So we're going to spend the next minute. And we're going to keep
We
it a
usually
minute this
don't do
time.
a
No,
minute.
we're going to keep
It's
it a
probably
minute.
gonna go a
We're
little
gonna keep
bit
it a
longer
minute.
than a minute. but-
We're gonna
I
keep it
like
a
when it
minute.
go over a minute.
Okay.
But we're going to try to keep it a minute, and we're just going to all come with a bunch of questions, and we
Okay.
just need you to answer.
And they're not music related. They're just
Correct.
random
Okay.
questions.
Yes.
All
All
right.
Go
right.
first.
Is everyone ready?
Yes.
You said I got to go first?
No, I'll go first.
Oh,
Go
okay,
ahead.
cool. Okay, here we go. All right, 3, 2, 1.
How many tattoos do you have?
Damn, like 25 maybe.
That's dope as fuck.
What conspiracy theory are you stuck on right now? What you deep into right there?
I'm trying to figure out why the Cash App dude is dead.
Oh,
Yes,
all right.
facts,
No
facts.
cap.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, all right, bet.
Thanks. Okay. Why that hair color?
Because I've never been a ginger before. I just wanted to live my ginger. I'm trying to channel that ginger scissor energy.
Okay.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Favorite color?
Black.
I feel that.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Favorite food spot in Charlotte?
Oh damn. Londa's is soul food place. That's where I go when I need to eat my feelings. So shout out to Londa's.
Okay.
Find it.
Veggie
Favorite genre of music outside of hip hop and R&B too.
Damn. Well, anything from the early 2000s, really.
Okay.
Anything
Okay.
in that space.
Favorite Bible verse?
Oh gosh.
Solid.
Oh yeah, she came with some heat.
That was solid.
I am a sinner who probably gonna sin
Hey,
again.
it's okay.
Right.
That's from
fair.
the book of Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. I don't know. John 3:16, because that's the most common one.
Amen.
Nothing wrong with that. Hey, okay.
Hallelujah.
One more out of you.
No, I think I'm out. I ain't got
You
nothing
out?
off the top of my head.
What's your cookout order?
Damn. Let's see. A huge sweet tea first and foremost. I'm probably gonna get like a plain hot dog. And
Whoa, that's
some
crazy.
Cheddar bites and
Naked glizzy.
Naked glizzy.
You don't get no
a naked
ketchup?
glizzy. No, I'm a
Nothing.
plain Jane. I don't eat condiments or weird.
Bro, I don't think I've ever met. That's how
That's
I eat my hot dog.
crazy.
Ketchup smells like socks. I can't do it.
Whoa.
I literally
That's
can't.
that's probably like one of
Have
the
people
only
been
few
calling you
sauces.
weird your whole life when you ate a plain hot dog in front of them?
Yes.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
naked
It be like
glizzy.
that.
I understand
Yeah.
it though, because I'm a
Be
picky
like that.
eater. I understand it.
Yeah, I can't.
They
I
be
just
doing too
can't.
much to hot dogs.
Yeah, it's like you got
Bro, we got
mustard,
meat on
then you
it.
got ketchup, then you
They
gonna
be
put
doing-
chili on it, then you
Then
put
salt, onions,
Like,
sauerkraut.
like,
It's just a
whoa,
hot
like-
dog, bro.
Yeah, I
Just rub
know.
ketchup
Like,
on there,
calm
they call it
down
that.
on the glizzy. It's really strange. Like, what?
That's
But yeah, I gotta get a huge sweet tea no matter what I get. I don't know. It depends. I'm a moody eater too. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
And one more out of everybody. One more. I just got one more. Okay, one more. It'll be something simple. Favorite candy?
Favorite candy? I don't have a favorite candy. I like well, I'm lying. I like the cookies and cream anything. So it could be cookies and cream pretzels, cookies and cream Hershey bar.
Those are good.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Dream location to live.
Away from here, but if I have to be more specific, it's somewhere between a place that has white sand, blue water, or Canada because they got free healthcare.
Amen.
Facts.
Shoe size.
That's it. Okay, so I was an 8 my whole life, and recently I went up a half size. I'm kind of tight about that.
Same.
Like, what's going on? Like, why am I growing late? Like, what? Weird. I don't know.
Okay. Well, solid last minute questions. Thank you for answering those.
Of course.
All minds and hearts clear.
Amen.
Amen. Thanks for coming.
Okay, cool. Thank you for tuning in to the Last Minute Podcast. Make sure you follow Sheree at Sheree We Trust. Make sure you follow Tanner at Play Records. Make sure you follow me at Zebo.g and the Zebo page Zebo NC and the podcast page, The Last Minute Podcast. Make sure you follow Autumn Rainwater at Autumn Rainwater.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Autumn Rainwater. Make sure you go tap into Zebo's Boombox where you can find your next favorite NC artist on Spotify and Apple Music or Apple Podcasts. Make sure you, wherever you are, make sure you're supporting your local music scene, podcasts, anything. Make sure you're supporting the media and the music wherever you are. And again, thank you for being a great guest. It was cool to have you.
Yes,
yes,
it was
this
my
was
pleasure.
great. Yes, this was great. And last words?
Homebody.
Low key hockey.
Yeah, sure.
Swag.
We out.
But just know, Zebo is where it's at.
Oh, Zebo TV, North Carolina. Yeah.